The MORE Act has been reintroduced in Congress, and Montana has legalized recreational cannabis. This is Lo with Veriheal, keeping you up to date with the latest in cannabis news. This past Friday, House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler reintroduced the Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act of 2021, otherwise known as the MORE Act. It would decriminalize possession, expunge criminal records, and establish social equity measures for communities hit the hardest by the war on drugs. The bill will also increase taxes on recreational products that will fund job training, health education, reentry, and legal aid for people from communities impacted by the drug war. The outlook for this bill remains unknown, as Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer intends to prioritize a separate federal legalization bill with similar provisions. So stay tuned as we stay on top of this developing story. Next in news, while Congress aims to address comprehensive drug reform, President Biden's new budget proposal continues to maintain a long-standing policy that prevents D.C. from using its tax dollars to implement a retail cannabis program. Though this is disappointing for D.C., the budget plan still prevents the Justice Department from interfering with state cannabis legalization laws everywhere else. But this is not sitting well with the D.C. delegate, Representative Eleanor Holmes Norton, who pointed out the perplexity of Biden's decision, given the fact that he openly supports D.C. statehood and has even repeatedly emphasized that states should be allowed to make their own decisions on recreational legalization. If this is his stance, it's currently not being reflected in his current federal budget proposal. While Biden evidently supports that D.C. remain unable to profit from recreational cannabis sales like state jurisdictions can, he did recommend removing a provision that prevents the district from using local funds to provide abortion services, which is an ability granted to 17 other states, and an issue, like cannabis, that also disproportionately impacts communities of color. So, for Biden to break down barriers, yet continue to uphold them, certainly magnifies an inconsistency. Representative Norton stated she would be working extra hard to ensure that the anti-cannabis provision is not included in the budget by the time it reaches the president's desk. And lastly, this past month, Montana finally legalized recreational cannabis. Months after voters approved, Governor Gianforte has finally signed an adult-use cannabis bill for those 21 years and up in the state of Montana. The bill will implement and regulate the recreational program and also fund a substance abuse program called the Heart Fund. In a statement to the media, the governor said, "From the start, I've been clear that we need to bring more resources to combat the drug epidemic that's devastating our communities. The Heart Fund will offer new supports to Montanans who want to get clean, sober, and healthy." At this time, the only way to acquire recreational cannabis in Montana is to grow it. Those who wish to make purchases won't be able to until January 2022, unless they have a medical cannabis card. So go ahead and like this video and give us a follow at Veriheal for the latest in cannabis news. Thanks for watching.